All right. Welcome to it. Mount Columbus Speaks here. We're going to do a special late night Friday edition of Mount Columbus Speaks for all you losers out there who've got no life like me and are sitting on your couch at home with nothing to do. Thought I'd take a little bit of time here to do a little day after the game, thoughts after the game. Here's what we're going to do today. We're going to go over, obviously, a recap of the game. I'm going to give you my dude of the week, the Mount Columbus dude of the week. I think you guys probably got a pretty good idea who the dude of the week is going to be after that game, although there are a few possibilities out there. I'm going to talk to you about Bo Nix. What did we learn from Bo Nix in that game? Some people say there was nothing to be learned. Some people say that they learned a lot. I've got some thoughts. I've got some comparisons about best case scenarios who I think Bo Nix could turn into in the future, comparables of current guys that are playing in the NFL. And we'll just kind of go from there. We'll have some fun. We'll get interactive. If you guys want to send any thoughts, any feedback, comments, we'll keep this interactive, whether you're watching on Twitter, whether you're watching on YouTube right now. Feel free to send in your thoughts. Zargo, let's see, I'm using some new software here, so I got to get used to it. Zargo Dan, Evening Mount, I appreciate you, Zargo. I appreciate you joining in right now. Here's what we got for you. Okay, recap of the game. Defense is awesome. Denver Broncos defense is awesome. You get a sack, you get a sack, you get a sack, you get a sack. Oprah Winfrey is happy. I mean, go down the list of Denver Broncos pass rushers right now, and we got a special group, man. Baron Browning, welcome back. Nick Benito has gotten a sack in every single game. Jonathan Cooper's out there balling. Zach Allen balling. Draymond Jones balling. Our linebackers are balling. Cody Barton, hell of a game, my friend. So good to see our defense just continue doing what they always do. We always expect a great performance out of our defense, but you never know what to expect out of the Denver Broncos offense. And look, the reality is that was a bad New Orleans Saints team, a really bad New Orleans Saints team that the Broncos needed to beat up on. It was Sean Payton's welcome back to New Orleans. We learned after the game how much that meant to Sean. I think some people are a little bit surprised how much it meant to him. I was not surprised. Obviously, Sean had been in New Orleans for a very long time, and we know that he wanted to have a good showing going down there. Going on the road on Thursday night is not an easy task. I don't care who you're playing, but the Saints had the worst defense in the NFL, and it showed. They had a backup quarterback in the game in Spencer Rattler, and he looked rattled. Spencer Rattler did not play very good out there. And the Broncos were able to take advantage of a very poor Saints rush defense. So it was good to see all that, man. I mean, look, Javonte Williams has had a lot of flack out there of late, and Javonte Williams looked phenomenal. I went back and I did. If you haven't seen it yet, you can find it on my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio. I did a review of all of Javonte Williams' runs against the Chargers. He only had 6 of them, and a lot of people were getting all over him in that game. And my takeaway after watching the film was I don't care who was running the ball. Nobody was gaining yards with the type of holes that he was getting from the offensive line in that Chargers game. But credit to the Broncos offense. They get Mike McGlinchey back, and they go out there and they roll all over him. Javonte Williams yet to have 100 yards in a game, but that was about as close to it as you're going to get. And a huge reason why Javonte didn't have 100 is because Bo Nix is rambling, man. His best asset is his feet. And most times, I am not a huge advocate of running quarterbacks, but I like that Bo Nix is using his athleticism right now. As a young player, you got to have something that you can lean back on, and Bo Nix is leaning on his athleticism right now, and he's been very, very effective with it. He is way more athletic than I thought. I mean, way more athletic than I thought. If you go down the list of athletic quarterbacks in the NFL right now, it starts with Lamar Jackson. He's in a different category, right? Then you got guys like Josh Allen, Justin Fields. Our dude might be number 2 on the list right now. He might be the second most athletic quarterback in the league. It's pretty wild, man. And if you're going to have some early rookie struggles, I got no problem with you leaning back in your athleticism. Obviously, I think that has led to a lot of pocket awareness problems for for Bo Nix because he is looking to escape that pocket. And when you're looking to escape the pocket, you get happy feet. When you get happy feet, you don't have great accuracy. So Bo needs to calm those feet down in the pocket. And if you go back and watch the All 22, I'm going to do a breakdown of every single snap of the Broncos offense here, probably in the next day or two. And when you look at that, you will see there were a handful of throws in which Bo Nix had a phenomenal pocket and he got out of there. I'm not mad at him, though. I'm not. If you're going to pick up first downs with your feet, that's cool, man. We just got to move the chains. As it progresses, though, Bo Nix needs to calm down those feet. He really needs to calm down those feet. Because if he does not, the inaccuracy issues are going to continue, and we can't have that. Bo Nix was the most accurate passer in college football, and so far that has not translated into the NFL. You look at what Josh Allen did in his rookie year, and Josh Allen struggled with his accuracy. But he did one thing so well, and that was use his feet, that the Bills never doubted that they had their guy. And right now, Bo Nix is kind of in that category. He's not been as effective as Josh Allen was in his rookie year with his feet, but he's pretty damn good. So as long as you've got one thing that will keep you going, we can learn from the rest. Look, Bo Nix needs to progress, and what he's doing right now is not enough. It's not good enough. But at least we've got one thing that you can point to and be like, hey, you're pretty damn good with that. You're pretty damn good with that. All right. Bo Nix is the white Michael Vick. You know what? I mean, I don't know what you guys thought, but I've been shocked by how athletic the dude is. I mean, far more athletic than I thought he was going to be. All right, let's get into the dude of the week, the Mount Columbus dude of the week. Dude, Cody Barton, congratulations, man. Cody Barton, ex-Seahawk, ex-Washington Commander, has come over to the Broncos and has done nothing but flat-out ball. Dropped a early interception in the early part of the game there that would have been nice, but boy, did he make up for it as the game progressed. And as Cody gets sacks, he gets the strip fumble, picks it up, gets himself a tutty. Cody Barton was out there balling. And as you look at the defense right now, find me a guy that you're not happy with their performance. Defensive line, phenomenal. Interior defensive line, phenomenal. Edge rushers, phenomenal. Riley Moss, the only thing that sucks about how well Riley Moss is playing right now is that it doesn't look like the Broncos will be able to afford him in a couple of years. You're not going to be able to pay two corners top flight money, and Riley Moss is going to be earning $20+ million a year by the time he gets to his next contract. Okay, so you're great in the interior defensive line, great in the edge rushers. You're good in the corners. Would it be nice if we had Pat Surtain back? Yeah, it sure would. Maybe Jaquan McMillan could be maybe the weak link if you're looking at the defense. But we've really got no problems. I like our safety play. Brandon Jones has been fantastic for the Broncos. Our inside linebackers, Alex Singleton goes down, and in jumps Justin Strnad. Justin Strnad hadn't played football defensively for the Broncos in the last 3 seasons. Been fantastic. He's been absolutely fantastic, like to the degree that you don't even notice that Alex Singleton isn't out there on the field. And I'm a big fan of Alex Singleton. Alex Singleton's a good football player. But so is Justin Strnad, turns out. It's kind of like, why haven't we used this dude over the last 8 years since he's been a Denver Bronco? Why haven't we had him out there on the field? He's fast, he's athletic, he's lean, he can cover well, he blitzes well. He fits great into the Vance Joseph system because you want super athletic linebackers that can get after the quarterback, and Justin Strnad can do that. All right, Bo Nix, what did we learn? Is he Tim Tebow? He's not Tim Tebow, but man, does that have a Tim Tebow-like game feel. The last couple games, that has felt exactly like Tim Tebow. I mean, going back to the Raiders game, man. I mean, the Raiders game, dude, suck. Get into the fourth quarter, explode. Chargers game, suck. Get into the fourth quarter, explode. Chargers game, he had like 27 yards passing. Don't quote me on that, give or take. Like 27 yards passing going into the fourth quarter. And then he explodes. a large part due to the fact that the Chargers didn't go into necessarily a quote-unquote prevent defense, but they definitely went into a mode of don't let anything bad happen. And so they softened up and they gave them all the underneath stuff. And, Bo Nix did a good job of taking advantage of it. And then you fast forward to this game. I'm not going to say the Bo Nix sucked in this game, but he certainly wasn't good. I mean, the first series there, when you've got the pass that he drops over one guy and short of another, and now all of a sudden he's Twitter famous for throwing a ball in between two wide open wide receivers. That, if you guys think back to Tim Tebow, his helicopter pass that he had in practice that lived on forever, that little play is going to live on forever for Bo Nix, unfortunately. His accuracy issues have been a big problem for him. Is he Tim Tebow? Nah, he's way better than Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow couldn't play quarterback. Is he Taysom Hill? Maybe. Maybe a slightly upgraded version of Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill's not a very good quarterback, but he's athletic. At this point in his career, Bo Nix is probably a slightly upgraded Taysom Hill. Can you win ball games with that? You can be competitive. But here's the thing. This year, it's kind of getting out of whack because it was never supposed to be about this year. This season was always supposed to be about the future. And all of a sudden, you're sitting here, you like the record, you're about to be at the halfway mark of the season, well above 500, and everybody's thinking about playoffs. So now all of a sudden the criticism of Bo Nix is going to be more intense because you've got playoff aspirations. Nobody thought about playoffs before the season began, but now they've got playoff aspirations. Cool. That comes with more intense criticism. And so if Bo wants to lead this team to the playoffs this year, he's going to have to get more accurate. He's going to have better passing games out of him. The Broncos won that game because they ran the hell out of the football and because the defense is phenomenal. The defense is always phenomenal. We know that. We know Riley Moss is a baller. We know that Jonathan Cooper, Nick Benito, Baron Browning, welcome back. We know those guys are ballers. A little bit surprised about the Broncos running game. They haven't dominated the way that they have, the way that they did in that Saints game in a long, long time. Welcome back, Mike McGlinchey. Good to see Mike McGlinchey back out there at right tackle. Although I'll tell you this, I thought Alex Palczewski did a nice job filling in for Mike McGlinchey, and then Matt Pert, after Alex Palczewski goes down, I liked Matt Pert out there in the Chargers game. Got good length, really good in the running game. All of a sudden, you've got some depth in the tackle room for the Broncos. That's something we haven't had in a long time. So that's pretty cool to see. Broncos run the hell out of the football, and they limit Bo Nix. All right, cool. I think it's a recipe that can get you close to making the playoffs this year. I'd be surprised if the Broncos actually were a playoff team, but they could get to 8-9 wins. If the ball bounces their way, they keep the turnover battle in their favor. Hell, maybe they sneak up to 10 wins. It could happen. But it's not going to happen because of Bo Nix. It's going to happen because of everything else that's going on. Because Vance Joseph has got a dominant defense out there. Because hopefully you continue a strong running game. And if you can do that, you can limit Bo Nix's weaknesses right now. I don't know what Bo Nix's long-term future is. You look at some of these other rookie quarterbacks right now that are just flat out balling. Caleb Williams looking like the real deal over the last couple of weeks. Jaden Daniels, I mean, not only looking like the offensive rookie of the year, flat out could be the MVP of the NFL. So would it be nice if our guy Bo Nix could have a couple games that looked like those two? Yeah, it would. When the season's all said and done, give me 2 to 3 games that look special for Bo Nix. I don't need the entire season to be special, but give me 2 to 3 games that look special. And I'll walk away and I'll be like, okay, we can go into the offseason feeling like we got our guy. But we haven't had a game yet. The Tampa game wasn't special. The Raiders game, it wasn't special. This game certainly was not special. We haven't had a special game from Bo Nix. What can Bo Nix be in his long-term future? I think my best comp actually, before I get to my best comp, Let me back up and let me talk about Josh Allen for a second. Because Josh Allen's rookie year really struggled with his accuracy, but he was great with his feet, very similar to Bo Nix. But if you go back to their college careers, opposite stories. Okay, Josh Allen came into the draft with wild inaccuracies. Turns out, in hindsight, probably because he was playing in Wyoming and 100-mile-per-hour winds at all times. But that translated into his rookie season. So it was like, okay, well, he was inaccurate in college. He's inaccurate now. Well, he figured out his accuracy problems in years 2, years 3, years 4. He figured it out. Bo Nix, however, his college career, he was the most accurate passer like in college football history. That is not translated into the NFL. That damn sure is not translated into the NFL. So it's a little bit weird. I don't know what it means, but I do know this. Josh Allen thrived in his rookie year on his feet, and he struggled everywhere else. Bo Nix, so far in his rookie season, thriving with his feet and struggling everywhere else. So is the comp for Bo Nix Josh Allen? Well, I would say the future for Bo Nix, it could be as high as Josh Allen or as low as Justin Fields. That's what you get when you get athletic quarterbacks. I'm not a fan of Justin Fields. My partner D-Mac over there on PhD, 12 to 3 on Altitude 92.5. Make sure you tune in. Huge fan of Justin Fields. I'm not. What he was doing out there with the Steelers, that was fool's gold, man. Fool's gold. They were winning games for a lot of reasons that were not named Justin Fields. So you never know what you're going to get, but Bo Nix could land somewhere between those two guys. But I think those are two rookie season comparables for Bo Nix that you look at how they translated in the future and you say, okay, well, it could go one of two directions. Does he figure out the accuracy issues? Well, if he figures out the accuracy issues, it's going to be because he settles down his feet, because he trusts the pocket, because when he's got a fantastic pocket in front of him, he's not trying to escape. That will help with his accuracy issues. The happy feet, it's tough to throw with accuracy when you've got happy feet as a quarterback. My personal, as I sat there thinking about this today, I think my best comp for Bo Nix is Baker Mayfield. Gritty quarterback. Tough quarterback. Baker Mayfield doesn't have half the athleticism that Bo Nix has, but Baker's pretty dangerous with his feet when he gets out of the pocket. He's tough to get down. He's got great confidence. What I like about Bo Nix right now is his confidence. He's got great confidence. And you can see it on the sideline. Those guys like playing for him. They do. And those guys like playing for Sean Payton, by the way. You can see it out there. They believe in their coach. They believe in the system right now. And I like that Bo Nix has got a very confident personality. He's almost a little bit brash with the media, actually. He's very short. Not a jerk by any means with the media, but slightly irritated, as many athletes are when they speak to the media. Baker Mayfield's not an elite quarterback, but he's a $30 million per year quarterback. And he's in a position right now that he's going to lead that team to the playoffs. I really don't see Bo Nix ever being an elite quarterback. I hope I'm wrong. Find this tape in 3 years and laugh at Tyler. I hope I'm wrong. I don't see him ever becoming an elite quarterback. He just doesn't have the arm strength, and right now he doesn't have the accuracy. But he could be a gritty quarterback. Gritty quarterbacks can win a lot of football games. Would you guys take Baker Mayfield right now? If Baker Mayfield were available, would you want him as a Denver Broncos quarterback? All right, let me check in with some of these comments. As it stands right now, Broncos are in playoffs with a rookie quarterback. Lots to be happy about. Yeah, you're right, Trace. There's tons to be happy about, especially if it's about this season. I don't really think it's about this season, but if it's about this season, we are light years ahead of where I thought we were going to be after the first 2 weeks of the season. Bo has stuff you can't coach, and the things he's missing can be coached. Okay. The stuff that he's got that can't be coached. Athleticism. You can't coach that. I think you can coach his feet to calm down in the pocket. I think I agree with that for the most part. I don't know what all the things are that can't be coached, but he's got great athleticism. He's got great confidence. You probably can't coach confidence. I do think confidence can be a learned trait. I really struggled with confidence in my first couple years in the NFL. It was a learned trait for me. But Bo doesn't have that. Bo is 10 times more confident than I was in my rookie season. Zargo Dan, the young unknown are just showing unknowns, I think, are just showing what they can do. Are any going to be around for a while? I'll tell you one dude that's going to be around for a while. Vele. That dude can ball now. Letting Tim Patrick go hurt, and Tim's doing a lot of great things out there in Detroit right now, but Vele is a Tim Patrick clone. He's back, he's healthy, and he is a damn good wide receiver. Cortland Sutton's kind of milk box kid right now. He's missing in action. I don't think that's Cortland's fault. Every time you throw him the ball, he catches it. That catch he had last week against the Chargers, one of the best catches I've ever seen. That one-handed catch for the touchdown that got called back because of Quid Minor's touchdown. I would love to see Cortland Sutton get more involved. I'm not quite sure why he's not. It's not like we've got a plethora of wide receivers, but it's nice to see Troy Franklin get involved. Troy got involved on a jet sweep, got involved in the passing game. That was his most productive game he's had as a Denver Bronco. Troy's got a skill set different from the other wide receivers on this team. So, yeah, I think you got a couple wide receivers that are going to be around for a while there, Zargo Dan. What else you guys got? Yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm going to keep this thing short tonight. It's Friday night, 9 o'clock. I'm going to go watch a little TV here. My 79-year-old dad's getting married tomorrow. Check that out. 79-year-old father's getting married tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Got a wedding to go to tomorrow. It's supposed to be crap rain out there. Crap conditions, crap weather. Hope you guys have a good weekend out there. Hope you guys got some plans, got some stuff to do. Hey, man, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with where the Broncos are at. I am still major wait-and-see mode on Bo Nix. Major wait-and-see on this, on if this is going to be the dude or not. But I am happy that he brings one thing to the table with his athleticism, that it's enough to keep you going. That's enough to keep you going and feel like, all right, we can wait for the other stuff to materialize because he's got incredible athleticism. I'm not a fan of running quarterbacks. If you can't win in the pocket on 3rd and long, you will not win in the NFL. So I don't want him to be a run-first quarterback, but I want him to be an athletic quarterback. And if we can just dial it back, if we're at like an 8 on the aggressive scale and trying to get out of the pocket right now, dial that back to like a 6. Now we got a quarterback we can probably mold into something. So congrats Broncos fans. We are in a spot right now that nobody dreamed we could be in. We're in a playoff hunt. Pretty incredible stuff, man. If you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube yet, would you please do me a solid? Go over to YouTube right now. The link is in my bio there on Twitter if that's where you're watching right now. And go subscribe to me. Really trying to build up my subscriber base there over YouTube. I'm putting out tons of content, doing all 22 film. Did a breakdown on Javonte Williams last week. There's running game stuff. There's passing game stuff. Had on Mike Sanford last week, although I had some technical issues with my computer, so I had to shut that one down a little bit earlier than I planned on. Using some new software here today that's pretty cool. I like it. Hopefully this will provide some new luxuries that we can take advantage of in these streams. So stay tuned. I will put out the all 22 of the Broncos offense within a day or two here. I'll probably do it live. And if you don't catch it live, it'll live forever there on YouTube. That's why you want to go subscribe. You guys have a great night. Love you guys. Mount Columbus out.